Very good evening, children. Welcome back to English class. For the past 3 weeks, we have been seeing tenses. So, in today's class, also, we are going to continue with the tenses. So, we have started with present tense and then present continuous. So, today's topic is present perfect tense. Present perfect tense. So, where we have to use present perfect tense in the sense any completed action and or just one or before or two or before, if an action got completed, if you want to speak about that particular action, you can use present perfect tense. Okay, so in last previous classes we have seen with present tense and present continuous, right? So an action which is happening or a current at that particular time, if an action happens, and you have to use present tense and followed by the present continuous we have seen. So present perfect tense, and it indicates an action which is already completed. Okay, so not the action which is happening. So an action which has completed already. So just one or two hours before, if an action has completed, if you want to speak about that particular action, if you want to describe about that particular action, we can go with present perfect tense, right? There are many usages are there to use this particular tense, but initially we will start with the one particular use. Okay, so present perfect tense is used to indicate completed activities, any action which is completed. Okay, so about that particular action, if you want to speak, then you can go with present perfect tense, right? So the sentence formation of this present perfect tense would be, it initially as usual it starts with the subject, then it should be followed with as or have form verb you have to use, either as or have, then followed by the v3 verb. Okay, and then the remaining part of the sentence. So subject along with that has or have is compulsory in present perfect tense and followed by the v3 verb. What is v3 verb? So present, past and past participle, that is the v3 verb. Okay, past participle form of the verb only we are calling as v3 verb. Okay, so in four forms of verb, what are the things we have studied? Present tense, past participle and present participle, right? Okay, so you have to use a third form, only third form of the verb only you have to use. Okay, for example, eat is the verb, means eat, ate, eaten only you have to use. Okay, children, suppose if the subject is singular, if the subject is singular, you have to go with as. He has eaten, she has eaten, it has eaten. Likewise, only you have to use as if the subject is singular. Okay, so and what form of the verb you have to use? V3 form of the verb. Okay, V3 means what? Past participle. Okay, so you must be very clear with the third form. Okay, so what is the present form, past form and past participle? If you are clear with these three things, then only you can go with the tenses in a proper way. So if the subject is take, what is the third form? Taken. He has taken, she has taken, it has taken. Likewise, okay. So do not use have if the subject is singular. If the subject is singular, go for as. He has, she has, and it has only. Right? Suppose if the subject is plural, go with have. We have, she have, sorry, we have, you have, they have. Okay, and third form here also, always perfect tense use third form v3 verb. Okay, so we have bought, you have bought, they have bought. Likewise, okay, and I is always exceptional. Even though I is a singular, you have to use have, don't use as. Actually it was hidden backside. It the first column is I. Okay, so I is a singular, even though I is singular, you have to use have only. Okay, so I have taken, I have eaten, I have bought. Likewise, you have to use have. Okay, so if the subject is singular, use he, she, it. Along with that, you have to use as. If the subject is plural, take for example we, you, they. If it is so, go for have. So if the subject is I, go for have. Don't use has. I have only. Okay, so I've given some examples here. See the subject she. She means you have to use has, right? So after that, third form, clean, cleaned, cleaned. She has cleaned a room. He has given the key to me. See, give, gave, given. E is a subject, so we are using as. It is a subject, so you are using as. Give. Gone. What is the first form? Go, went, gone. Okay, so don't use went, don't use go. Third form only you have to use. Okay, gone. It has gone somewhere. They have called me to do the work. Have called. They is a subject, so you are using have called. She has broken the glass. We have decided to meet you. I have shared my experience with you. You have seen a monkey. I have met my childhood friend. Shweta has bought a new laptop. Okay, children, I have given 10 examples. So, check the subject and use have or as plus V3 form of the verb. Only V3 form of the verb you have to use. I have told you, right, different usages are there to use present perfect tense. So where and all we can use present perfect tense, where and all we can use these form of sentences. In the sense, if you want to share your experience, if you have gone to any movie or if you have gone to any trip, okay, suppose if you want to share those things to your friend or to your family members, you can use present perfect tense. Okay, I have gone to the movie, I have seen a mongoose. Okay, here I have given an example. I have visited Taj Mahal. I have been to London. I have been to London means I have gone to London. Okay, so don't think it's some other sentence. It's new sentence for you. I have been to London. Okay, I have gone to London. That is what I have been to London. Okay, so I have visited Taj Mahal. I have visited Taj Mahal. See, these three sentences shows some experience that they have shared to someone. Okay, so if you have watched a movie, if you have gone somewhere, you can use present perfect tense to share that. Okay, children. And the second usage is if you want to share any new change or information to someone. Okay, new change in the sense, see the first example. I have bought a new car. Okay, so till the previous day he didn't have a car with him, right? So the next day morning only he would have bought a new car. Okay, so that was a new change only, isn't it? So till then he had it, he don't have that particular thing. After that only he has got that. So that was a change. So I have bought a new car. You can, if you want to express some change within you, if you have bought something, if you have got something new, you can use present perfect tense. Okay, children. So he has passed in the examination. He has passed in the examination. She has broken the vase. These two sentences shows some information. Someone is passing an information to someone. Okay. So if you also want to pass any information, then you can use present perfect tense. Okay, so these types of sentences just an example to show there are different ways to use this present perfect tense. Okay, so whenever if you want to share your experience with someone, you can use present perfect tense. Okay, or if you want to say any information to someone, if there is a change, if you bought something, then you can go with present perfect tense, right? Then one more usage, any action which has started in the past, already it started. Okay, so but it's still continuing in the present also, then you can go with present perfect tense. Okay, so an action which has already started, okay, but it's still continuing. For example, see here, I have written 70 poems. How many poems? 70 poems. But it's still continuing. Already I have written 70 poems. Now also I can write some more poems also. Okay, I can write. So already it started, but I can still continue that. Okay, then I can go with present perfect tense. I have written 70 poems. Okay. So in that case, you can go with present perfect tense. See the second example. I have worked here since April 2017. Okay, so in Minerva school I have been working from 2017 onwards, so that is a different tense. Okay, if you want to follow present perfect tense, you can say I have worked. Okay, so from when onwards I have been working from 2017 to 2020, till now I am working here. Okay, so that you can use I have worked here. Okay, so I have worked in Minerva, so from April 17 onwards. So since April 17, in the sense from that particular time onwards I have been working. Okay, so I have worked. Okay, so use I have worked here since April 2017. Okay, children? See the third sentence. I have been here for 4 years. Okay, so I am in Minerva for 4 years. So that is what in perfect tense I am using. I have been here for 4 years. So I am staying or I am working in Minerva for this much years. So to show the time, to show how long I am working, I am using for. Okay, so how long I am working for 4 years. Okay, children. So to show a time period, okay, or how long this particular thing is happening, even though it's starting from the past, okay, but it's still I'm working, so still it continues in the present. For that sake you can use present perfect tense. In the present perfect tense, since and for, these two things will come. Okay, so keep it in your mind, these two are keywords. So since and for, if it in the sentence, obviously you can identify it would come under present perfect tense. Okay, children, so any action, if it has already started in the past, it's going to be continue in the present also, then you can go with present perfect tense. Okay, so some of them asked how to use be form verb. Okay, present form already you don't know ma, am, is, or, and the past form was and were. Okay, these two already in present form and past form we have seen. Past participle, now only we have seen the sentence been. Okay, I have been to Chennai, I have been to Jaipur, likewise you can use been. Okay, and present participle being. Okay, being. Okay, so usage, while usage is coming at the time I'll tell you each one of the usage. So be form verb is nothing but it is a form of the verb. So all the four forms I have mentioned here: present, past, past participle, and present participle. Okay, children. See, negative sentence, the same way last time we have seen present continuous, right? In the same way you have to go with negative sentence also for present perfect tense. I have transferred the amount. So for that, negative is I have not transferred the amount. So she has arranged for the function. She has not arranged for the function. They have worked hard to complete the project. They have not worked hard to complete the project. Just in between the have form verb and the main verb, use not. Okay, see, check in between have form verb and the main verb you are using not, then easily you can change the positive sentence into negative sentences, right? For question making also, see here, Reena has written the notes for her sister. Okay, so take the subject and put after the have form verb. Okay, have form verb should come front and then subject and then the remaining part of the sentence. Has Reena written the notes for her sister? Question mark. He has bought a new bike. Has he bought a new bike? Question mark. Take that have form verb and then put it front. That's it, children. I have submitted my notebook. Take that have and put it that side. So mostly we won't ask question to ourselves, right? So only I have changed into you. Have you submitted your notebook? Okay. So if you didn't submit your notebook, you itself will not ask you as question, right? Only either a teacher or someone will ask you, have you submitted, likewise. So I have changed I into you. Have you submitted your notebook? Question mark. They have given the food for needy. Have they given the food for needy? Question mark. In that way you have to make question. Nothing, take that have form verb and put it before the subject. First we have to use the have form verb and then subject and then the remaining part of the sentence. Compulsory question mark should be there. Okay, children, so in today's class we have seen present perfect tense. Okay, so just oral class only I have taught. Okay, because in depth in 5th itself, in grade 5 itself you have learned. Okay, so I'm just brushing up with that, so surely you could remember the things which we have studied in grade 5. Okay, children. So first we have started with sentence making, that is positive sentence. So subject, it should be followed with have or as. If it is singular, use has. If it is plural, use have. For I alone, always you have to use have only. Plus V3 verb. V3 verb in the sense past participle of the verb. Negative sentence, you have to use only not, where we have to use not in between the have form and V3 verb. Okay, and to make a question you have to use have or as. After that only subject, then only V3 verb. So initially, while in the beginning you have to use have or as. That should be followed by the subject and then V3 verb, and the remaining part of the sentence followed by the question mark. Okay, children? So in today's class, we have seen present perfect tense. Any completed action, if you want to describe that in present, okay, so you can go with present perfect tense. In present perfect tense, there are different usage were there. I have told you the usage where and all you have to use the present perfect tense, and how to change those sentences into negative, and how to frame questions also I have mentioned here. So any doubts, ask me, children. So in the skill sheet, I have given all the three topics like positive sentence, then negative, and then question making. Go through and write neatly with question. Most of the children are doing well with the question, so some people are skipping. So don't do that. Try to write in a proper way and try it neatly. Okay, children? Thank you so much. Have a nice day.